Hey YMCA members, how are you doing today? Angela Williams here on YouTube for a workout for you. I've had a couple members request a workout with bands, so I'm gonna use infinity bands, okay? And two bands that have handles. If you have a flat band, that works the same, it just doesn't have handles, okay? So if you don't have bands at home, no big deal. You could do exercises that we're gonna do here with hand weights. So when I have the band around my legs for lower body stuff, you could always just supplement and hold a weight or two weights to challenge the lower body a little bit more. As far as some upper body exercises, same thing. You could hold dumbbells, hand weights in the hands instead of having your palms using the band or arms in the infinity band, okay? So it's flexible, make it work for you. We're gonna go ahead and get started in our warm up, but again, PSA, make sure you have water, make sure you take rest when you need it. Even if I'm not resting, just push pause on me. Also make sure you have a clear space around you, safety first, no tripping hazards, make sure you have space to move forward, back, side to side, and also make sure if you're coming back from any kind of injury or illness that you've been cleared by your doctor first. So safety first, then getting a good workout second, okay? So I have my equipment here, I have plenty of space around me. You're not gonna need a mat because we're gonna be standing. I'm gonna start our warm up and I'm gonna use the infinity band and have it around my wrists, okay? So what I want you to think about doing is pulling your palms apart and it's shoulder width apart. So whether we're at the bottom or at the top, we have tension on the band. It's starting to warm up the arms, the chest, shoulders, upper back, and your core. So feet are under hips, knees are soft, belly's in tight. We're just starting with this front raise. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. And we're not letting our palms come closer together. So that's part of the work. You're keeping the band apart. 3, you got it. 2, and 1. Stay here. I want you to bring elbows in, push them out. Elbows in, push them out. Good, squeeze everything together, thinking about pulling the shoulder blades together and then extending. Doesn't take much to fire up the upper body with bands, y'all, okay? I promise, doesn't take much. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Up, band is still pulled apart. Let me step back a little bit for you. All right, now we're gonna go elbow out to the side, side down, other side, okay? So we're keeping the other arm flexible. Elbow is softly bent. Make sure you're not pulling your wrist out of alignment. You got it. Squeeze, pull it down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, bring it off the palms. I want you to think about putting hand on the chest. We're gonna work the triceps. So palm nice and flat, wrist straight, palm to chest, you're gonna press away. So we're really squeezing at the bottom, firing up the tricep. Four more, just a good warm up, not too intense, not struggling. Last one. And then switch, 8. Now, later on when we do this move, we're gonna change the position of the hand on the chest. To make it harder, you'll move away from that working arm. Last one. Good. Put it right around the palms one more time. We're gonna do some marches. So we're gonna bring the band to knees. Exhale, bring the knee up, bring the band down. Still have tension on the band, okay? We're not letting it go loosey-goosey. There is no looseness in the band. Otherwise, it's gonna fall off the wrists. 4, 3, 2, 1. Separate feet. We're just gonna keep tension on the band. We're gonna use it just for a little bit of resistance in our squats for that upper body. Point the fingers towards the ground. Sink the hips back and down. And as you push through the heels and drive up to standing, squeeze the glutes at the top. People forget that step, so I want you to slow down in the movement. Squeeze. Three more. All right. Now we're gonna raise, do a front raise as we take a lunge back. And lift. Switch legs every time. Bending both knees. Dropping that back knee to maybe about an inch or two off the ground. Be mindful that you're not slamming it into the ground. Breathe out, step back. Last one. Now, if you know me, you know I like to end my warm-up round with a little bit of cardio. So we're gonna do some jacks, but we're gonna keep the band around the wrist, and we're gonna front raise jacks. It looks like this, okay? You got it. You can always be here. Anytime there's plyometrics, don't feel like you need to do the jumping. You got it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. All right. So I want you to have a seat just to put on the band because that's what's safest. We're gonna slide our feet through our infinity band. This one is red. Depends on what intensity level you wanna go for today. It depends on what equipment you have. And we're looking at about an inch above the knees, not on the knees, okay? So an inch, 2 max above the knees. If it's up too far, it's gonna start to roll down, okay? So we're gonna go into a little bit of a progression. We're gonna start with squats, and you'll notice how much it affects the inner and outer thighs and your hips and hip flexors. You have to focus on the same format and principle of our squat, but the band is gonna want to pull your knees in. We don't want that. You're gonna have to actively engage inner, outer thighs and your glutes. Ready? Let's start with 12 regular squats. 12. 4 more. And 1. All right, pop squats for 30 seconds. Feet together, and we're coming in and out. Hands together so that you're making the lower body do the work. All right, so even if you're here, stay low, side tap. You should already be feeling the resistance of that band, okay? You got it. 10 seconds. Woo, feeling the burn, feels good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand, shake it out. Doesn't take a lot to challenge the legs with a different and new piece of equipment, I promise, okay? So we're not gonna overdo it, but I wanna make sure we get a full body workout with these bands. Okay, back to 12 squats. Separate feet, normal, slightly further than hip width apart. Activate the legs, so go ahead, squeeze out slightly, sink back and down. 12. 4, 3, you're almost there. 2, 1. pop squats, 30 seconds. Here we go. We started right on that 6. Got my clock up ahead. I'm not counting because we'd be in this all day long. You got it. Step out, lead with the outside of the heel. Who feels the inner thighs here? I do. Come on, 10 seconds. Remember, you can step. You don't have to jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! 30 seconds is just enough. Trust me. Feeling it in the legs. I'm sure you are too, even if you're doing this workout with like a dumbbell, okay? All right, how we feeling? Water if you need it, okay? So we're gonna start with a little tap out, nice and low, okay? We're gonna do that for 30 seconds, then we'll start alternating side lunges, okay? Ready? Stay low, tap out. So we wanna really focus on the hips and glutes in this one. Abs in tight, chest open. Step it, tap it. It's really gonna drive home the set of side lunges we're gonna do. I can feel it, right? Right in the outside of the buttocks. You got 5 seconds. And break for a moment, okay? Now, these side lunges are gonna be slow and deliberate. Make sure the band hasn't moved up. Make sure it's an inch or so above the knee, because the faster we try to go in this movement, A, more chances of injury, B, chances of the band rolling out, okay? So we're gonna switch sides every time. Step out, sink back. Switch, step out, sink back. Keeping same principles, whether we have the band around the thighs or we have dumbbells in our hands. As we sink back, weights in the heel, push through the heel, squeezing the glute. You should be able to feel the hamstrings working more here with the band around the thighs. Keeping the core nice and engaged, belly button drawn in. One more each side. Good, shake it out. We're gonna go back to the tap because we're gonna try to do everything twice with our standing side taps and then another set of our side lunges, okay? Ready? We're gonna go on the 6, sink down in the legs, quarter squat first, tap it out. I'll come a little closer so you can see me smiling. I like to smile when I work out. Smiling helps distract you. It is scientifically proven to take away some pain, positive thoughts, right? Positive mindset delivers throughout the body. If you've ever been doing something, maybe running, and you're tired and your legs are burning, if you start to flip that switch, change your mindset, and break, it does have physical benefits on your body. Trust me, I'm a runner. I've been both ways. Very dramatic, sad, just struggling in a race. Flip side, changing my mindset, and then recovering and crushing the end of a race. I'm a firm believer in positive thinking. Here we go, side lunges. Hip goes back. Keeping everything in line. Ankle, knee, hip. I may be super sore tomorrow because I have not incorporated bands into my personal workout in quite some time. So, I may be regretting this video. You got it. We got 4 more. Last one. All right, so how are we feeling? Should be feeling pretty good. All we're gonna do is roll this down to around your ankles, okay? Around our ankles. So we're gonna kind of do two things. We're gonna do a couple mini kind of scissor jacks is gonna be sort of our cardio. And then we're gonna work hips, glutes, inner outer thigh with standing side leg lifts. Now, if you have a heavy band like this one, don't worry about your range of motion. It's not gonna be the same. We're just focusing on the form. You're not gonna get your leg way out 45, 90 degrees, not gonna happen. So shift your weight, soften this standing leg's knee, and then think about squeezing, really maximizing the effort and the intensity in the outside of that glute. You can keep hands on hips, you can keep hand out for balance, whatever you need. Just don't want you leaning to make that leg kick up, all right? 12. You can tap the foot down each time. Feel that tummy engage every time. This is 6. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides, shift your weight, soften the knee. 12. You got it. Halfway there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, separate feet. We got 30 seconds. We're gonna do little mini scissor jacks. So arms forward and back, feet forward and back. Ready? And go. So the lighter the band, the further your feet will be able to be apart. Now, you got a heavy band. I have the extra heavy, which I like for legs, okay? So my range of motion is much different. 10 seconds. Doesn't mean you're not feeling it in the lower body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a little bit of a rest. We gotta do that one more time. Then we're gonna switch to some upper body, okay? This video will be about 30 minutes. Take a deep breath, okay? You can always stretch out the hips, stretch out the quads if you need it. Pop one foot in front, sink the hips back, and switch sides. Okay? Here we go. Readjust the band around the ankles if you need it. Shift your weight. 12. Band work is excellent for runners, okay? Stronger the glutes, more power you're gonna have pushing off, stronger runner you're gonna be. Last one. Also helps to strengthen, stabilize the joints of the hips, knees, ankles, okay? Shift your weight. Here we go. 12. Halfway there. We got 6 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're getting ready to go. Scissor jacks, 30 seconds. Control it, okay? Kind of little runner's arms, nothing crazy. Woo, gonna be feeling this tomorrow on the hips and glutes. You got it. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, have a seat. Shimmy that off. We're done with the lower body. Okay, how we doing? So, grab your tube band or your flat band. whichever you may have at home. If you don't have the band, remember, use a set of hand weights, okay? So, these have the plastic handles, okay? And then they're protecting on the tube itself. Not always do tube bands come with that protecting. We have both at YMCA locations. Generally speaking, if you buy your equipment online or at a local store, it's not gonna have their protective layer on it, but for gyms, it just helps the longevity of the piece of equipment to have the tube protected. All right, so lots of options. We're gonna put our feet in. Okay, let me waddle back a little bit, knees soft. Now, resistance with these, the closer your feet are together, the easier it's gonna be. If you need it, you can always walk your feet out. You'll find out on the first couple reps what you need to do. Knees soft, abs in tight. We're gonna bicep curl for 12. If it's too intense, even with your feet close together, take one foot out. Okay, keep one foot in directly center of the band. 6 left. One more. Good. Now we're gonna sink in kind of quarter squat. Abs in tight, chest open. I'm just gonna look at the ground a few feet in front of me, trying not to tuck the chin, but trying not to extend through the neck either. So, thinking about triceps here, you're gonna press away for 12. Breathe out every time. Here's 8. So you got 4 more. And 1 more. Good. All right. So shake that out a little bit. We're gonna do it again. Bicep curls, tricep kickbacks. Same thing with your hand weights. Curl it up with dumbbells, tricep kickbacks with dumbbells, okay? This is just a different piece of equipment because we all have different things at home we can utilize, and you're getting that nice resistance as you curl up and as you come down. The band just challenges our muscles a little bit differently than a kettlebell would or that dumbbells would, right? It's all about versatility, changing things up, and you know, tricking our bodies. Doing the same movements but with a different piece of equipment, okay? It kind of changes the movement in itself. Knees soft. Stack everything in line. Shoulders over hips, hips over knees, knees over ankles. Here we go. 12. Breathe out as you curl up. Four more. Last one. Sink down, turn your palms away, press up and back, 12. Four more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep feet in. Switching, new exercises. All you're gonna do is cross it. So you're just switching hands and you've crossed it. Feet together, closer if you need it. We're gonna work shoulders. We're gonna do high pull. Elbows are gonna come out, 90 degrees, no higher. 12. Exhale, lift. Smile. Knees soft. 6 left. 2 more. And 1. So, you're gonna do flies. You might need to separate feet a little bit. Don't worry if your range of motion isn't the same. So you're gonna bring it out and down. Feet together if you need it. Base it on your level of resistance needed today. Here we go. We're going 8 on these because they're more challenging. 8. Last one. Good. Stand, roll the shoulders back. Hit that little reset button. We got to do both of those one more time, okay? And then we're going to do a few different things with our infinity band for our upper body too. Ready? 12 high pulls. Two more. Last one. All right, here we go. Sink the hips back. If you need it, you could always take one foot out, okay? So I forgot to give you that option last time. Sink the hips back. Here we go. 8. 3. 2 more. Feeling the tummy engage. 1 more. All right, set that down, set it away. 1 more round, okay, but using the lighter infinity band for some upper body. We're gonna work a little chest and shoulders, okay, and then we're gonna do a quick set of pulsing with our biceps and triceps, okay? So kind of like we did in our warm-up, but we're just gonna make it a pulse. So I want you to think about tension in the band, okay? You're gonna pull towards you, squeeze through the chest and upper back. 12. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now, remember when I said we are going to do this again, but just move the hand placement. So, hand farther away from that opposite side. Same thing, you're going to press and extend away, but we want to make sure the triceps fully engaged, and we're going to stay there for a 12 pulse count. 12. 3, 2, 1, and hold. Hold. 12. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it. Okay, get ready. Pulse for 12. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 12. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, how we doing? Good? One more time. Put it around the wrists. Okay, arms extend, but elbows are soft. Squeeze in. Final 3. Good. Palm to chest. Pulse for 12. Hold for 12. 12. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go back and hold. 12. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up, switch sides. 12. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go back and hold. 12. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it out. All right. So we got 30 minutes with our bands. Now, I want to show you just a few other things that you could do with the band. You can do tons of floor stuff too. So I know we didn't do this in our leg progression, but if you wanted to, when the band was around the thighs, or even when the band is around the ankles, you can do plank jacks. You can do plank step tap side to side. You can do plank heel lifts. Essentially, right, you can do almost every exercise with the band either around the thighs or around the ankles, and see how that changes the movement and makes it much more difficult. You can also put the band around the feet and do bicycles. It really changes that too. You would basically put it around the toe box of your shoe, and then you're pushing and pulling with your ankles, okay? So it's here. Make sure the band is flat. You need to make sure that you have tension in the band, right? So you're pulling your feet apart, hip width, and you're lying back like you would do your bicycles, but you're pushing and pulling the knees in and out with the band on your feet. It makes the resistance for the lower body and the lower abdominals much more difficult because you're having to push and pull this added resistance that's normally not there. Okay, so try a couple of those things. All right, stretch out the chest, shoulders, arms, legs. All right, we'll do a little bit of upper body stretching here as we sort of close out this video. And I'll try to incorporate bands more in our strength portions of our workouts on YouTube. Maybe next week, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a whole core series so I can show you some of those exercises that I just mentioned to you. Plank jacks, mountain climbers, bicycles, those kind of things, so that you can see how it intensifies those movements. So for our core section next week, I'll throw those in, okay? So I hope you enjoyed some full body strength today with just the bands. Stay tuned later this week for Tabata with all kettlebells, and or obviously if you have dumbbells at home, okay? All right, take care, be kind to yourself and each other, and I will see you later in the week.